Oh.
The Queen Walk is not for the faint of heart or for those who tread lightly. When we step, you hear us coming because one queen can sound like a stampede. There is purpose to be fulfilled, and taking a half step is like taking 2 steps back. We didn't ask to be royal. We asked for faith. We asked for stability. We asked for loyalty. We didn't ask for this. We didn't ask for broken hearts or tenacity or to be the face of reconciliation. No. We asked for strength and blessings and lollipops and rainbows. A fairy tale.
Not this dream come true. What's up, y'all? What's up? We made it. It's Wednesday, Queen Crusher Wednesday, and you are tuned in to your favorite queen, Queen Phierce, right here at the Palace, repping A Radio. Thank you for watching this edition of the Queen Network. So we have a lot to get into today. Don't we always have a lot to get into? Ciao with the W at the end because it be too much. Okay, last week I had just heard about Brianna around this time, and this week we gotta unpack this debate. I mean, I feel like there's a lot to unpack, but I also feel like there wasn't enough content to unpack. So, I mean, the debate was just yesterday, and by the debate, I mean the first presidential debate between the current president of this United States, your president, Donald Trump, and also the hopefully future president of the United States and former Vice President Joe Biden. There's so much to be said, y'all. There's too much to be said. This is actually a show that I wish I was doing live because I just know that y'all have so much to unpack and so much to say. But unfortunately, the way my time is set up, so I gotta do these pre-recordings. But what I want y'all to do is I want you to share this video. If you see me come across your screen, I want you to like this video so I know that you at least popped in, and I want you to comment because I need to know your thoughts on this. Okay, so drop me a comment if you watched the debate last night, and if you're in this point of your life, if you're a Black woman, if you're between the ages of voting age 18 and I don't know, dying age, whatever age that is, then it really should interest you what the candidates of the United States presidency has to say. But last night, I don't really feel like they were saying much of anything. I feel like it was a lot of this, like, are y'all kidding me? I just reposted said it was child's play because who is following that? So I was a little late to the party, you know. I tuned in and there was about 10 minutes left. So I'm watching and I'm just like, the moderator, what's his name, Wallace? To me, he was more of a debater than Biden was. And this is all my synopsis in the last 10 minutes. So I was like, no, I gotta run that back. I think it was 20 minutes on it. No, it was 10 minutes on the back end. And so I gotta run that back. So when the live feeds cut, I was just like, let me just watch this joint. And I just find it hard to believe that for 98 minutes, they really got up here in front of millions of people and didn't say nothing. Like, y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all didn't say anything about the concerns of the future of this country for real. Donald Trump does what he did, he did what he does best, which is attack and fabricate numbers. I mean, to me, that was to be expected. But the part of the debate that I was most disappointed about is Biden, and he's not a great orator. He's not good at public speaking. And he tried to hold his ground, but he just, to me, was not strong. And so when you have a personality like 45 who's going to come for you, whether it's true or not, you gotta come. You gotta come with the A game. I told y'all before when I asked the question about what if nobody voted, when President Barack Obama had a conversation with Joe Biden. It was a socially distanced conversation, I guess to kind of draw in possible voters to hear what Biden had to say. And my take on that conversation between President Barack Obama and Vice President Joe Biden is that Barack Obama still led him in responding. So even though he was asking the questions like an interviewer, and Biden gave his responses, Barack Obama would expound upon what Biden was saying. And I'm like, well, if that's what he meant, like, why didn't he just say that? So it felt like more of the same. It just felt like more of Biden really doesn't know how to hold his own. And when you're looking for a leader, you're looking for a president, you're looking for particularly a leader of a nation, of a country, it has to be somebody who can hold their own. Because if he can't hold Trump down, how is he going to go toe to toe when we need to come face to face with these other leaders of other countries, right? So I just feel like as a citizen, you want to feel protected and you want to feel secure in your choice. Now, are we getting Trump out by any means necessary? Absolutely, yes. But do I have the utmost faith and confidence in this man as the leader of our country? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I said it out loud. I don't know what y'all want me to say. That's not to say that I'm not going to vote for Biden, but I'm just letting y'all know where I stand. And I feel like the debate last night really proved that, that he's just not strong. It's just one of those things like, well, I guess we just got to see what he can do because anything got to be better than this, right? And so it brings me back to my original question from the Queen Network episode we ran a couple weeks ago of why is this always the choice? Why is it always a choice between the lesser of the two evils? Why do we have to make that choice? And what can we do to enforce a greater change? I actually watched a really good video and explanation by Charity Croft where he said it's really going to take an entirely different system and he did a video about why Breonna Taylor did not receive justice, and it actually made a lot of sense. And it's because this country is based on a document, the Constitution of the United States, which went into action over 300 years ago. So that we, the people that they talk about at the beginning of this document, is not we, the people. It ain't we, the people, and it wasn't made for us. It was designed to protect rich white men. Those are the people that wrote the document. That's what the document was used to govern. And remember, when that document was developed, created, signed, we as Black people, as descendants of people who came from Africa, were not even considered human beings. So nothing in that law would apply to us except for when it talked about criminals, except for when it talked about locking people up. So Charity Croft made the argument that what the police did entering in her home for what we think is unlawfully was not. It was not unconstitutional, because all they needed was just cause to enter and to fire back and to lock up and to charge, so this system is not designed for us. But the fact of the matter is, we're here right now. So how do we get a system that is designed for us, that is designed for everybody? He made the point that why can't we dismantle this system, this organization that we have now, the financial system, the education system, the prison system, all these systems that weren't built to include anyone but rich white men. Why can't we dismantle that and include a coalition that is all inclusive of Black people, white people, Asian people, women, men, LGBTQ, like however you identify? Why can't they all be included in it? And we all run the country together and create new systems that's designed for everybody, for human beings. Why can't that happen? So while this country is holding on to a document that was created over 300 years ago, even though this country has seen so much change over the last 300 to 400 years, but we still allow that document to govern us, the odds will never be in our favor, because it was not designed with us in mind. And that's why there's a such thing as privilege, because the laws of this land were designed for them. So I know I went down like a little rabbit hole right there, and I'm glad that you're still following me. I would love to see your comments if you have anything that you would like to say about what I said about the debate, about what I said about Joe Biden. If you are a 45 fan, I want to hear from you too. Drop it in the comments. Make sure you're sharing this video. Oh, and shout out to y'all who have been subscribing to my YouTube channel. I didn't even really put it out there. I just needed kind of like a space for my videos. And I looked up and I had some subscribers. So I was like, okay. So if you see this video, subscribe to my channel. Okay, so, but I want to get to what y'all was saying about the debate. So today on social media, I posted on my Instagram and my Facebook about what people thought about the debate last night. And honestly, it's just laughable. It is laughable. So posted on my social media, and you just gotta love the internet. I just love the internet because they always come through in times like this. So when Trump said bad things are happening in Philly, who else was like, what? Like, Philly got a shout out in a debate because bad things are happening here? What? I was like, I think that's where he lost me. So remember I said I had to run it back so I could watch it from the beginning. It wasn't much longer after that I was like, I can't even watch anymore, for real. So I just gotta let Trump live his best life, because I don't know. I don't even know what to say about him. Just there's no excuse for this man. So so sad. It was a meme that said, Mark checked myself in safe in bad things are happening in Philadelphia. Because why? Why was that mentioned? Because, I mean, we aren't the only metropolitan area that has bad things happen. We're not the only place where bad things happen. Bad things happen everywhere. And I also happen to think that great things happen here too. So you better go ahead. You don't even want to be caught in these streets. And let me tell you something, if he do get caught in these streets and bad things happen to him, I bet you the rest of the country won't think it's that bad. I'm just saying. Anyway, my own mama was like, she can't even talk about it because if she starts unpacking it, she just gonna go off and she don't want nobody calling the cops on her. I feel you, Tracy. Like, it's like as soon as you just start like picking apart and unpacking everything that was wrong about this debate, you're gonna go off. And it really is disheartening because you're like, I live here with these idiots who want to run the country. And I live here. Like, these are the people who are going to make decisions about our country's future. And I think that was the most disheartening part. I did not hear any solid plans about the direction of this country for the next 4 years, especially with the way the racial climate is right now, especially with what is going on in, child almost said concentration camps, because that's basically what it is for these immigration camps. With what is going on with the economic crisis, these are all points that people are concerned with. Unemployment rates, all points that people are heavily concerned right now, and there wasn't any real direction or any real answer given to these things. There was a lot of attacking, a lot of Biden defending himself because Trump was attacking. And what about the low blow from Trump to Biden's son? Like, too much, dude. Like, come on. I can't even. Somebody else said it was like watching a comedy. It's like you fell asleep watching the comedy and then you woke up and realized, oh, this really happened. Yeah, the whole thing, it was just laughable. I couldn't even be involved anymore. I don't even know why I said that twice. This is why it got me all messed up in the head. Excuse them. Got me all messed up in the head. It just be too much happening, child. Too much happening. So if you have thoughts, why my hair just start sticking up like this? Like, so rude. So if you have thoughts about the debate last night, something I didn't cover, child, I would love to hear it. Make sure you drop it in the comments. I'll be sure to respond, and I'll probably highlight it on our next episode of the Queen Network, because this ain't over. I am really interested to see how Kamala holds it down, though. Am I saying it right? Kamala Harris. How you say it? Kamala, one of them. So I know people aren't really in favor of her. I feel like she is a little bit stronger in the public eye on her stances. But I mean, we'll see. And I am interested that a Black woman will be vice president. So I'm a little hype about that. I just want to have faith in this administration. I really do. But I'm interested to see how she's going to hold it down in the debate. So, oh, you know what else I thought was interesting that people noted? I saw in the comments of some of the live feeds from the debate last night is that at the end, when the wives came to join them on stage, Trump didn't really engage with Melania. I think she grabbed his hand or something like that. And Biden and his wife like shared an embrace and stood together. And the point is, it just wasn't the same energy. And people really watched it because I saw in the comments, they were like, yo, he didn't even kiss his wife. Like, people don't like that. They want to see that you're a family person, that you're a loving person. But what else do you expect when he has expressed, Trump, I mean, such ideologies about women? He's a sexist. So, like, why would he? All right, don't get me started on Melania, because I'm probably going to say some things that are inappropriate, even if I had not said them already. So, to combat all this, I wanted to make sure that you were informed and in the know about the Reproductive Justice Week of Action surrounding the I Am a Voter campaign. So, for those of you who do not know, well, some of you know, I have done some work with organizing when we did the Say Her Name March with New Voices for Reproductive Justice. And I recently have come onto the New Voices team as a community organizer. So I am super excited about that. And it just is really affirming about the work I want to do surrounding my identity, because New Voices for Reproductive Justice, we all know they are everything all Black women, femmes, girls, and folks, women identified people, and that's my people. Black women identified folks. So I'm excited to be part of the team. And I know we just had this whole releasing of the debate, this rehashing of the debate, but to combat all that, you have to exercise your power and vote. So that means you have to be registered and you have to be informed about how to vote. And so New Voices for Reproductive Justice has a campaign this week called I Am a Voter. And so there's a few events happening, and I'm excited to announce that I will be on the panel tomorrow. Our Voice, Our Vote, Black Women and Voting Rights. So this is my first panel like this, y'all. And so I was looking at the questions. I was like, I guess I could do this. So you guys can check me out on the Facebook and the Instagram, on the New Voices for Reproduction. I think it's New Voices Philadelphia page. The Philadelphia session is at 12 p.m. and the Ohio session is at 1 p.m. But to check out some great info and a great discussion on Black women in voting, including me, Queen Phierce. Can y'all believe this? I can't believe it. But anyway, I'm going to be on there, y'all, so check me out. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be Bougetto. I'm going to be tight and right. But I'm going to still be me. Because y'all know how I get. Why do I say that? Y'all know how I get. So make sure you check that out. And also on Friday, we have a Philly pop-up voter registration. We're also doing job interviews on the spot for our voting campaign program. What is that called? When you don't take enough notes, child. But anyway, New Voices is hiring if you want to help people register to vote and understand the voting process through calls and text. So if you need a job, it's a temporary job, but it does pay, hit me up, because we're putting that out there as well. And come get some swag. Come see me at 6037 Market Street. That's 60th and Market, right in West Philadelphia, or is that considered Southwest when you cross over? Anyway, we'll be out there from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Friday. If you want to come check us out. Also, on Saturday, I don't know how many of you heard of this, but there is a Say Her Name March given by the Temple community. Is not affiliated with Temple University, but there is a Say Her Name March to honor women who have fallen into the hands of police. Let's see if I can bring that up because I want to give you the correct information. They will be meeting at Dilworth Park. I know that October 3rd at 2 p.m. I believe. But watch my social media because I'll be posting flyers for all of this stuff, infographics and all of that. And always, if you want more information, you can always hit me up. I am Queen Phierce, Queen Phierce, Queen Phierce on Facebook and Instagram, queenphierce@gmail.com. And as always, if you need any info, if you want to have a live on air chat, you can slide in my DMs, honey, because you know I like that. Okay. Why do y'all let me do that? That occur? Because I can't even roll my tongue. Yeah, so it's a lot happening. Oh, if you want more information about the march, you can follow them on Instagram at All Black Lives Matter. The I in lives is a number 1. So All Black L number 1 BES Matter. That is their Instagram handle. And I think that's everything that I got. I just want to leave y'all with this. At the end of the day, the beginning of the day, we have a responsibility. We can't just sit back and watch things happen. We have to make things happen. We have to be a part of the process. And the only way to be a part of the process is to actively exercise our rights, the rights that our forefathers and foremothers fought for, the rights that they were on the front lines about, the policies, forcing policies to be created. That end is still happening today. So this is a never-ending battle, but we should be moving toward the change that we want to see. And the only way we are going to see change is if we be the change. And it's the kind of life I've been living. You just gotta be the change you want to see. I love y'all. Please register to vote. I got me an education yesterday about this voting process. I feel like a lot of people are going to be confused about mail-in and absentee and provisional ballots. But sis is educated, so if you have a question about voting, you could drop it right here in the comments and I will holler back. Or you can hit me up directly because I don't need nobody to be confused at the polls. You feel me? So, let's get out of here because we got things. We got things to do. Am I right? Am I right? I think I'm right. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Be that change. Peace. Dear Brianna, I'm sorry. I don't say that much these days because I practice being unapologetic about the space I take up, the space I hold, and the grace I give. But ain't no grace for this. I'm sorry that buildings have more value than bodies and that I carry the guilt of this enough to apologize For white people, their tears and fear of accountability, and men, their abuse of privilege, entitlement, and relatability. I want to believe this is your purpose, somehow to bring us to the brink of a breaking point, to open eyes and change lives, to prove once and for all that Black lives matter, Black queens matter, Black women matter, Black EMTs matter, Black daughters matter, Black girlfriends matter, all Black, everything matters all the time. But every time we are left with the remnants of being unprotected, unwanted, and disposed of, forgotten, even with all the reminders to say her name and the murals and memorials we walk through and cry on. I'm sorry, justice seems foreign. I got to pull the card that our ancestors did. Plays, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. I promise to never forget you, to say your name until you can feel the parch from my parted lips, cracked with despair and seeking refuge in screaming truth. And I ain't sorry for that. We're gonna meet and beat our feet to the streets and our hearts to the drums of the beat that your heart was supposed to beat too, until peace finds you. Onward, the marathon continues, and I don't plan to sleep until your spirit finds rest. Say her name from the Philly rooftop to the Louisville bus stop, on every story and every reel and every post and every tweet. Lift every voice and sing Breonna Taylor. Say her name, Breonna Taylor. Say her name, Breonna Taylor. Music to my ears. Rest in power, my dear.